Well, hello, everybody. I know it has been a good little minute since we have been on here. I thought I'd pop in because today we absolutely had to discuss what the hell is going on. Okay, we got to discuss what is going on. I could not sit back and not pop in here and see what the hell y'all thinking today. Like I couldn't do it. I I couldn't hold my mule anymore. Hey, Novella, what's going on with you, boo? What is? We got my big bro in the building popping in on us today. We got big bro popping in. Y'all see he at work. Look, you know it was important if he popped in, y'all. Man, all I know
Mhm.
is I woke up to this tomfoolery today. And when I say tomfoolery, I mean tomfoolery. Okay? Because
Because it's,
I,
it's definitely mixed emotions on both sides about
I,
what happened. And you got people defending him and you got people saying that he was wrong. Either way it go, the joke was it was distasteful, period.
I mean, now here's the thing now. I get you saying that it was a distasteful joke. Now it definitely was, but here's the thing. How many times have comedians crossed the line?
All the time.
I'm just saying, but what I'm
All the
saying
time.
is
Hmm.
how many times have they crossed the line with the jokes that they tell?
Hmm.
Like for me, I'm just having a little bit of issue with this.
Hmm.
Ugh. I'm just saying, like, I'm really having an issue with this because here's the thing. It might be a little petty streak, it might be a little pinch petty, but where was this energy when she was talking about her sleeping with August Alsina? Where was
That
this
part.
in?
That part, but I
Where
mean,
was
hey,
this
hey.
big bad wolf Will when
Okay,
we
but
were
see,
talking about August Alsina? Like,
okay, here's the whole thing. Since that incident has happened, she has not only embarrassed him on multiple occasions, and now this happened. It's like he's feeling attacked on everybody thinking he's just some type of punk. So as a man, he had to draw the line somewhere. Like enough is enough. I know he shouldn't have did it, but again, even he's being attacked. So it's like, come on
I'm
now.
just, I mean, here's the thing. I get that he's being attacked. I get it. But in my opinion, I think somebody should have either. Here's the thing. There's several ways they could have went about this. When Will
Yeah,
got
because
up
some
out his
people, some
when Will
people were
got up
saying
out his
Jada
seat,
should have got him. Yeah,
but when Will got up out his seat, they could have cut to a fucking commercial.
that
They
part.
could have cut to commercial before this went live stream on TV. I mean, don't act like they don't have the power to cut to commercial when they want to. If they
They,
can
they
fucking
knew something was
tell
wrong because
somebody
they
to
cut the
talk
sound
to us.
off. The fact that they cut the sound off while this was going on, they knew, okay, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Like you knew you had to do something at that point.
I'm just saying, I feel like it was definitely some BS in the game. I felt like somebody should have checked on him because at the end of the day, he was still attacked.
Yep.
Period. The man was assaulted. And I don't care how you slice it, the man was attacked
Okay.
and
So
assaulted on national
so
TV, and nobody bothered to check on him.
okay.
Security didn't come out.
Okay.
They didn't cut the commercial.
So here's
Mm.
what happened. So apparently the Oscars did call the police. Chris Rock did decline filing charges. So apparently it was settled because Denzel
After
got
it was over.
involved. Right, Denzel got involved. Tyler Perry got involved, and Diddy got involved. All of them had a talk and was basically like, "Okay, look, we got to move past this part." And it wasn't meant the way it was supposed to go. But either way it go, it should have never happened.
All I'm saying is it never should have gotten to that point where he was allowed to get out of his seat. Because here's the thing, whether he's an Oscar winner or not, his ass should have been escorted out the building. You assaulted somebody.
And that's the thing everybody was saying, like they felt it was staged because he was not escorted out the building.
He
And they
should have
felt
been
it
escorted out the building.
and people, but here's the thing he's going against now. The award that he just got, he's at risk of losing it. Because they talking about taking up war because he something about the code of conduct as an Oscar winner, but the incident happened before he was an Oscar winner.
He can save his phony ass too.
Hey,
His actions were not defending her honor. They were not. He showed his ass like he was at a Source Award.
Source Awards, the BET
This
Awards,
was not a
everything.
BET production.
Well, I mean, it was directed by Will Packard.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
I
And
mean,
then I
this
forgot.
what happens when the first time a black man produces a show. Like, come on now, like we can't do nothing. Like, come on now.
Look, like Novella said, and then the comment she
Did you see the tweet that they made before they got there? They came for chaos.
made. But did you see it? Told him that was okay, but Tupac would have shot him. What? What? I cannot know. Like, and the fact that they are promoting this violence, I just have such a freaking issue with that. Hey, Zim, what's going on, my Zim? Like, Novella said he had to prove that he wasn't soft.
I told you.
I just feel like he should have kept that same energy when she emasculated him with August Alsina, because I didn't see him slapping the shit out of August Alsina. That's all I'm saying.
All he said was control your shit.
When you put your life out there, you put your business out there, here's the thing. Be ready for criticism.
Yeah.
You can't put your business out there and then be like, well, I don't want your opinion. I don't want you talking about it. I just did it. No, we all got opinions about that shit.
Yeah, because people was trying to say Obama. I said, first of all, who black is finna talk about Michelle Obama in any type of form or fashion? You're not finna talk about Michelle Obama like that.
Things. You don't do those things, okay, sir? Now we all draw that line. Wait a minute.
like come on, ain't nobody finna do that.
You will not.
And then they talk about
distinguished.
But then they was talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce. I said, hold on, because Beyonce stood right there when Jay-Z got beat. Let's not bring up the elevator incident. She's still right there.
It's that red table talk. I want to see them bring this shit up at the red table talk.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be one.
Baby.
But if they were smart, they'll let this situation die, because if they talk about it, then he's definitely gonna lose that Oscar.
It ain't.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't. Look, it ain't. Because here's the thing, his actions have overshadowed the entire.
They didn't know what type of joke to make at all.
I'll tell you something. I woke up to this bullshit this morning, first of all. Okay. I woke up to it. I went to go check something on Facebook. It was like, all you see is just the video.
Will Smith, all over Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm like, come on now.
I'm like, wait a minute. Look, I'm doing like this, and all I see is Will Smith. I said, okay, well, let me just finally go ahead and watch this clip. I'm like, what is he talking about? But what got me, though, was the fact that you laughed at the shit.
Yep.
You laughed at it.
Mm-hmm. He laughed at it. Then he saw Jada, and Jada was looking like, you gonna
she
laugh
gave
at
him
that?
One of them. No, she gave him one of them. That's one of them. That's when you get, now that's how you know when women ain't playing. They give you one of them, be like, like that's that, bitch, you know that wasn't funny.
And that's when everybody was like, okay, so because the joke was actually dead. Then nobody liked the joke, and it would have kept moving if he wouldn't have got on the stage at all. It would have been dead.
But he did. He kept rolling. Kept rolling. But here's the thing. I don't understand, for me, okay? Now, we've all seen Jada over the years.
She's always been bald.
But here's the thing. Jada, no. Jada has rocked a bald head before. She has had braids. We've seen her with mohawks. We've seen her with shaved sides. We've seen her with the whole shaved head. Hell, Willow has a shaved head. So my thing is, it was not, yes, it was definitely insensitive due to her condition. Absolutely. But here's the thing. When you are in certain positions, and it's not as if it was a situation where he purposely picked her out because of her alopecia. Okay. It wasn't like I'm just gonna pick you out, I'm gonna single you out. And that's not what it was. It was, oh, okay, I can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane too. Here's my
Mm-hmm.
thing. I have no I don't give a fuck about hair. I have issues with my hair. I don't care. My daughter
Mm-hmm.
has issues with her hair. I have family members and friends who have alopecia. So yes,
Mm-hmm.
it can be insensitive, but it was not a dig at her
Mm-hmm.
alopecia. And if
Mm-hmm.
they felt, and here's the thing, if they felt it was a dig at her alopecia, then guess what? Make that a teachable moment.
Mm-hmm.
Teach people about alopecia
Mm-hmm.
instead of saying that it's instead of saying like, okay, but and then the fact that not only did you slap this man, but you went back to your seat
And
and
cuss him out.
hollered out twice. Keep my white name out your fucking mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Twice. So you mean to tell me you couldn't holler that from your seat without you getting up slapping that man on national
He
TV?
he could have said that in the man's ear.
Even if he wanted to holler it out, you didn't have to get up and slap the man. You done did what you did. Now
Yeah.
at this point, everybody was uncomfortable as hell. Chris Rock was confused as hell. He was like,
Yeah, but did you when he got slapped? Did you see him ball his fist up?
but what I'm saying is he was mad as shit and he was confused as hell
Mm-hmm.
because he didn't understand. He thought Will was coming to maybe push him or something and be like, that wasn't funny. But
Mm-hmm.
to slap him on national TV with that type of aggression,
Mm-hmm.
and then this man is in the middle of a monologue. He didn't know whether to read the teleprompter. He didn't know whether they were finna cut the
But see,
commercial.
that's what I was
None
letting
of that.
people know. The joke came from the Oscars. He read that joke. So apparently it's like, come on now, we gotta stand up and stop saying, if we gonna be the butt of jokes, you need to start recognize us for being our talent, period. Don't
But
just
not only
recognize
that,
us for being
how many
jokes.
times, think about it. Think about when Billy Crystal, Robin Williams,
Yep.
and Whoopi Goldberg were hosting the Oscars, they were hosting
Mm-hmm.
the Emmys, they were hosting every single award possible, right? How many
Mm-hmm.
inappropriate jokes did Billy Crystal throw at Whoopi Goldberg? How many Ricky Gervais jokes have been towards blacks and whites inappropriately?
Let's go even further.
How many of these comedians? I mean, here's the thing. Yes, comedians cross the line on a regular basis. Okay, look at Monique. Look at Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock. I mean, come on. They cross the line on a regular basis. Okay,
Hell,
either it's funny,
Kevin Hart.
not. Kevin Hart crossed the line. But here's the thing: when Kevin Hart was supposed to host the Emmys, they snipped his ass for comments that he made in
Years ago.
2011. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they were years ago. Like this man has made strides to
Mm-hmm.
change. And the fact that a post from 2011 kept this man out the Oscars, like at the height of his career,
Yeah.
really? And then you gonna get up there and slap this man? The black man to host by himself, like can we not turn every award show to source? Like I cannot.
Yeah.
Hey Sam said, hey guys, as a Will Smith fan from beginning to now, I think his Oscars should be revoked and he should be banned from the Oscars for at least a few years. He shouldn't be nominated during that time. Absolutely, he needs to suffer some consequences.
He will, because
I'm
some tell
this
me he's gonna lose that Oscar. He's gonna lose that Oscar.
Not only that, think about it. This is gonna have some serious repercussions behind it, and I guarantee you, the backlash he gonna get is gonna affect that new Fresh Prince of Bel Air show.
I mean, it shouldn't.
It's
It
gonna,
really shouldn't because it's a good show. It should.
I don't care. He created it.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
created it. Think
And it
about it.
was getting good too.
I'll give you an example. I'm gonna give you a good example. Now, as of right now, there are literally like 3 top writers in TV land. Shonda Rhimes is one.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Then you have the guy that created Glee.
Yeah.
Um, he didn't created uh, American
American
Horror
Horror
Story.
Story.
He didn't create
Ryan
a
Murphy.
whole bunch
Ryan
of
Murphy.
Ryan Murphy. So you got Ryan Murphy, you got Shonda Rhimes, and there's one other person that are writing all of these shows that we like. Now, think about it. Now, if Shonda Rhimes became offensive to somebody, or she made some kind of statement against the wrong people, or made the wrong statement against the wrong controversy, you think they wouldn't cancel? You think they wouldn't be quick to cancel Shonda Rhimes? You think they wouldn't cancel all her
They
shows
was
she got? Grey's Anatomy, all them shows she
they
got?
was trying
Hell
to
yeah,
cancel they
they
was
would.
trying to cancel her when she wanted some Disney tickets, and she said, "Forget y'all, I'm out."
But it's just a simple fact that we cannot pick and choose when we want to
Mhm.
stand together and then when we want to promote violence. You can't
That's
pick and
true.
choose. You can't pick
It,
and choose. It's okay. No, it's okay to jump him. Then you got folks who are so, well, we need to stand together and we need to be one. And then you got people on the other hand talking, yeah, you should slap the shit out of his ass. No, it could have been handled so different. Don't act like you ain't got that man number. You could have texted that man and said, that was really insensitive of you, and Jada was really hurt by
but
that
they
comment.
was hanging out the
I would
weekend.
appreciate it. I would appreciate it if if you apologize to her. Give him like Ricky Smiley said earlier. Give the man a chance to correct the situation. If you
Hmm.
felt offended or you felt some type of way, give the man a chance to apologize.
Hmm.
Don't assault him. Give him a chance to apologize. It was so many different ways that he could have handled that situation. It was. And then to turn around, I mean, they live their lives so publicly and so openly. I really am disappointed in Will Smith's behavior because he's too seasoned of a celebrity, I should say, um, to know
He's a
better.
mentor at that.
He should know better. Zelma says she thinks it's a publicity stunt.
It may be. It may be.
But for who though?
Both of them, for the show and for Chris Rock.
But for what though?
But I mean, if you look at it, you can see that Chris was bracing himself like he knew he was finna get hit, but he wasn't expecting to get that hard. It was like they attempted to do something to make a publicity stunt, but it went way beyond what it was supposed to go.
I just felt like he had too much bass in his voice for it to be a
He did.
publicity
He
stunt.
did. Because that's when it went and it went real. Like, hold
Because he
on
was
now.
like, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." And Chris Rock was like, "Oh, okay." And he was like, "Keep
Exactly.
my wife's name out your mouth."
Exactly. It's like he knew something
He
was supposed
put
to
bass
happen,
behind that voice.
but he wasn't expecting that backlash to come. He wasn't expecting him to like, bro, I thought we was supposed to get like a little quick slap, like, okay, keep it moving,
I
and
still
then
think
keep
if it
going.
was a publicity stunt, if the Oscars, if it was a publicity stunt on the Oscars part, it was dumb as shit. It was dumb as hell. It was just dumb. Because what is supposed to come out of this? Like, was it supposed to be a moment? Because it wasn't. It was a what the fuck moment. It was not one of those, dang, he hit him like that. Did you see that? It was like, wait, what? This is how we behave?
It's even titled "The Slap Heard Around the World."
I like I said, I woke up to it this morning. When I say I couldn't check anything, it was on Snapchat, TikTok. It was on no, somebody had posted on TikTok. They done turned this thing into a bad meme. Somebody was like, I got an outfit from Shein and should have got it from so and so. And it's just the picture where he had just slapped him, and Chris Rock was like, I
Hmm.
was like, they have.
I mean, they even got him with the picture of him slapping him like everybody hates Chris. Then they talking about something. Well, this is what happened on the new Bel Air. He got one little fight. His mom got scared. Now he's moving with his auntie and uncle in Bel Air. Like, come on now, it's gonna be talked about for a minute.
Zelma said, look at how many followers Chris Rock has now. Look what he has coming up a show with
Hmm.
Kevin Hart. Look how long he's been off scene. Since when do the Oscars care about dumb? I,
See, told you.
I just think it was just the dumbest move ever for a publicity stunt. That was just the
Mhm.
dumbest thing they could
Because you got to
have did.
look at it. Nobody black is really watching the Oscars unless somebody black is being nominated because they don't recognize the good black talents out here. We either got to be slaves, we got to be a villain, we got to be something that we are actually not. And for him to be portraying King Richard, it was like so he had to be the evil dad to get a award or overshadow everything that he did in his career. Like this man's done something for 20 years and now he's getting a award for it.
Well, I mean, now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now, when it comes to stuff like that, the Oscars is not necessarily our award show.
Exactly.
It took
Exactly.
it took what's her name? You know, the one everybody think is sexy, Holly Berry. It took Holly Berry to show her titties in the movie to get an Oscar.
I told you, you got to do something like.
Like, are you serious? You literally got an Oscar for showing your titties. Oh, like
Denzel was Malcolm X, but he had to be a bad cop to get an Oscar. Like, come on now,
like,
it's
I'm just like, what do y'all be looking for in these?
the simple fact that Black Panther wasn't even nominated for anything.
The Help. I'm just saying, like, they be nominating shit that most of us don't even watch, haven't heard of, or be like, okay.
So
Everybody was surprised when Moonlight was nominated because it was the most.
I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why. Y'all wanted a dance movie to win, but guess what won? A movie about gay men. Really?
People were so disgusted when Moonlight got a nomination, baby. They was
not just a nomination, but it won.
And they were disgusted. And I was like
that shocked the whole Oscars. They was like, wait a minute. It said, no, we didn't win. Look, Moonlight. Look, Moonlight.
Right. They was like, wait, what? I was like, yes, and it was a black cast. Like, they just, you know, Zelma says the joke was inappropriate.
Told you.
It definitely was. It was certainly inappropriate. We definitely have to draw a line when it comes to certain things should just absolutely be off limits. I know comedians, fine, their job is to humor and everything. I get it, I do, but there has to be a line drawn of to say this is a line that you do not cross. Like, there's just certain things that are so sensitive that you should not make jokes about. You know, I mean, here's the thing. People have called Amber Rose Mr. Clean because her head is bald.
But then
too, and then on the other side of that is sometimes we got to stop being so sensitive about shit.
Yep.
It's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword because sometimes it's just a joke.
Yeah, but at some point
it's just a joke, and we just go too far, and we just run with it and take off with it.
But
so
at some point, some comedians need to realize I'm not going to say that because that's a friend of mine. I'm not going to make a butt joke of them because I know them. Even though I'm known, Chris Rock is not at a position where he needs laughs in anything to get anywhere in his career. He has his career. There was no need for him to make a joke about. Why you guys joke about Jada? There's so many people that you could have made a joke about, and it didn't have to be like that. Yeah, he could have simply said, "I'm not going to say that. That's my friend right there. She looks good." I mean, you could have did anything.
Yeah, I don't. You know, I feel as if at some point you have to you at some point you have to look at things for what they are and look at people for who they are. Chris, you know, now had this been Dave Chappelle, I don't think it would have been so surprising. Because all of his jokes, because he's made a career of being offensive. Like, I mean, let's be honest. He has made a career of being offensive to people. Like, and people still go see his shows. People still support him. And I mean, like, his show is pretty much offensive from beginning to end, but yet we still support. So you can't pick and choose. I'm going to support him because he's always been offensive. Well, now I want to cancel culture him because he is offensive. No, if one comedian is offensive or one topic is offensive, then it needs to be offensive across the board, no matter who the fuck is saying it.
That is so true because Tiffany Haddish is trending now because one of the red carpet people asked her, "You did a costume change?" She's like, "No, this is not a costume. This is actually a gown. Get it right." Like, they got to stop making jokes about us, period.
True. Novella said, "I would like to know how would he had the same energy." Absolutely. Zelma said, "And you make a request to get slapped, they are still dealing with the trauma."
Yeah, but here's the thing: most of y'all fail to realize this is not the first time Will Smith has slapped somebody.
Zelma said Chappelle would have run and made a show out the slap.
Yeah, he
would have.
He would have.
He would have. Yes, he would have.
Because Will Smith,
That's true. Everybody thinks that way.
he slapped the white reporter because the white reporter kissed him. So this is not the first time Will has slapped somebody.
I think Will Smith needs therapy, period.
He does. The man's been through everything. Like, come on now. Look what his wife has said about him publicly. Come on now. The man needs therapy.
Yeah, I mean, when you air, but here, like again, when you air your dirty laundry, don't be mad because people discuss your dirty laundry. That's all I'm saying.
You
That's
see
all
my
I'm saying.
face? You see my face? Like,
Look, side eye. That's all I'm saying. Like it just so I'm just saying I just felt like I had to, I was like I absolutely had I know it's been a minute since we've been on here and I was like I just had to jump on here because there was no way in the world I was gonna let today pass and I'd be like, hold up. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this. Look at this.
See,
This,
but
this,
see, okay.
this,
Jesse
this
set himself up
going
for
too
that
far.
because Jesse set himself up for that. Like, you are known as a professional liar now. Like, come on now. Like, you embarrass everybody for that. Like, come on, you had everybody thinking that actually happened, and to come to find out, like, you were sleeping with one of the men. Yeah, he told it on the trial.
Hold
And
on.
while
Oh
his
no,
mama was
I
sitting
got
there,
to wait. No, see, I got to do one of these. Woo-hoo! I got to.
while his
I got
mama
to
was in
hide
the
behind
room,
this. Wait, what? I got to. I can't. I can't do it. I got to.
while
No.
his mama was in the courtroom, he said they had a nice little jag session. I'm like, come on now, Jesse. Like, really?
Wait, wait. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Oh Lord, I'm not ready. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for it. Got a whole session. See, this is why I don't watch the news that often because
Yes.
it's always something.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's going on, Reggae Valley E? He said he think the whole thing was scripted. Hey, Miss Bobby. Yes, come on, Bobby. Look, we've been away so long. Look, I thought we were just gonna get on here and talk about this tomfoolery of Will Smith, but hell, not Jesse Smollett then got into baby. Like, and that right there
Okay,
has
see,
just
first Jesse made a big issue about being in Cook County Jail. So he was saying that basically he's not crazy, and whatever happens to him in jail is not
first of
his
all,
fault.
you know why he ain't want to be in county, because let me tell you something. He is too cute for county jail, okay? I'm just going to say it right now. He too cute for... Let me tell you something. I thought I was too cute for county jail, because I tell people, let me tell you something. I don't do jail, okay?
Uh-huh.
I feel as if I'm too cute for jail, okay? So if you ever hear of me committing a crime, baby, it will be federal because I'm not doing no city and no state time. I'm going to somebody's cushy federal pen. No, ma'am.
Like, if anything, if I was Jesse, I would have
No.
asked to be transferred to downtown instead of 26 in California, because at
Okay,
least
I
downtown is
don't want to
federal.
be nowhere stateside. Okay, just go ahead, take me straight to the feds. Okay, let me go
But see,
ahead and get my
Jesse was,
private room and my extra special commissary.
but
Okay.
see, he's acting like he got sentenced to a year. You got sentenced to 150 days, and you already served about 10 days already. I would have just finished the time out and got out. Like, because now, as long as you prolong it, you got to serve that time.
And see what he didn't realize was every day. So every day that you serve before your sentence counts as 2 days.
No,
So
no, 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 no,
so
no.
that's before. That's
If
before your sentence. Before your that only
mm,
counts before sentencing. So
uh-huh.
if you choose to sit in jail
Mm-hmm.
and say your court date is 6 months, and you sat in jail for 6 months and they sentence you to a year, time served because
Mm-hmm.
that 6 months counts as a year. But here's the thing. Let me tell you something. Jesse wasn't gonna sit in no county jail for no more than 10 days, baby. Did you and they fighting the fact that he got to pay the fine. But here's the thing. I ain't gonna lie. Now, had he shut his mouth and just shut the hell up when Kim Fox was like, we just gonna go ahead and let this go because I
You
don't
should
care.
have shut up. That, yeah.
You should have polite look. You should have politely just
Mm-hmm.
and walked away. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but no, he had to have something to say.
Mm-hmm.
Had to have something to say, and had he not had to have something to say, he wouldn't have found his ass in that position. But they was like, "Oh, we gonna show you what we can do. We gonna show you what we can really do for you."
It
So,
took two mayors to come after him. Two mayors. One ain't
baby,
even had nothing to do with it.
baby, he should have took that loss and shut the hell up. He should not have had anything more to say. Okay, you committing crimes out here? No, no sir. We're leaving. Hit that church finger and been on out the door. That
But see,
God bless your ministry and
by
been on
him
out.
keep talking, he was embarrassing the city of Chicago Police Department even more by saying, "Look, y'all need to go find the people who did this to me, bro. You know you lied, so just shut up."
And you knew but what gets me is the fact that you knew that they were gonna come. They wanted you. You knew they wanted so for you to keep pushing, and then they was already pissed about the fact of the man hours that you wasted. They
Mm-hmm.
was mad as shit about them. They was pissed. They were super pissed
Mm-hmm.
about the man hours that they wasted. They was mad about the fact that they lost all that money. They had to pay all the police
Mm-hmm.
officers overtime because it was like, oh, it's a hate crime. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right. We're gonna do this because we want to make sure that people in Chicago know that we don't stand for hate crimes. We don't, you know what I'm saying? That's not what we about. We gonna do this.
Yeah, but
Uh,
here's the whole thing. Everybody knew it was a lie. First of all, anybody in Chicago knows if you go anywhere near downtown, the temperature is 10 degrees lower than what it actually is. So
That
if
nigga was
we
walking around in a cashmere sweater at 2 o'clock in the morning.
so you're going to
Cashmere sweater at 2 o'clock in the morning,
but
going to a
still
subway.
not just 2 o'clock in the morning. You went to the coldest day in the whole wide world, the polar vortex, when it is 20 degrees below zero to go to Subway to get a sandwich. That sandwich is going to be frozen by the time you even walk out the door.
I'm just saying because I'm trying to figure out what kind of craving was you having that you had to have a foot long at 2 o'clock in the morning in a cashmere sweater.
Walking downtown,
Yourself, by
walking
yourself.
downtown, walking downtown. Like, really? Really? You going to walk downtown, 20 degrees below weather on the lakefront? Like, really? Who's that damn stupid for a
I,
Subway sandwich?
I guess what got me was the fact that when the police came, he was still in the same sweater with a noose around his neck. And I'm I'm still processing that he had a noose around his neck because here's the thing. I mean, now you choke a bitch, that's something different. But you put a whole noose around my neck.
Mm-hmm.
And you think I'm gonna keep that sucker around my neck till the police come? That ain't what we doing. That ain't no. That's not what we doing.
And then
No.
and then
Not
you
putting a rope
refuse to
around
help
my
him.
neck, and then you're not putting a whole rope around my neck. Let me tell you something. I bruise easy as hell. All you can do, you poke me too hard, and I'm bruising. Okay, but you put a whole noose around somebody's neck, and you ain't got no kind of bruising, no scratching, no none of that. Let me
No
tell you.
strands of the rope at all around
First
your
of
neck. Like,
all, when somebody in Chicago get jumped, now I know a lot of y'all are not from Chicago, so let me just tell y'all. The west side is rough. Okay? The west side of Chicago is rough.
mm-hmm.
It's rough. Let me tell you. Okay. I don't do the west side. I don't visit the west side. I don't go to the west side. I don't drop off the west side. I don't pick up the west side. I don't do the west side, period. Okay. No, thank you. Okay. No, ma'am. No ham. No spam. No, thank you, Miss Shirley. All right. That is an absolute do not go. Okay. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. The west side is rough. Okay.
I mean, it's
There's
crazy
no way
because
you
the
got your
West Side.
ass jumped on the west side and you ain't got no bruises or no scrapes or nothing ripped or broken to show that you was messing with somebody on the west side. I'm just saying. Because they not putting no nooses on your neck. They just gonna shoot you, take that cashmere sweater, take them expensive shoes you wearing, and you gonna be walking around butt naked with a beat down and probably a bullet hole on the west side. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But no, you mean to tell me your perfectly manicured self and your perfect cashmere sweater was still perfect intact?
Here's the whole thing. Like, so we in a whole pandemic.
Big boy said he actually tightened it before the police came.
See, see.
Oh, I cannot. I cannot. Hi,
Mhm.
big boy. I cannot. I just, baby, when I tell you, like, I'm just, whoo, I cannot believe that he just. It's sad. It's really sad to me
Mhm.
that people have to do things like that. Yeah, publicity, good or bad, is publicity. But here's the thing: even though he may not have felt that he was at the height of his career, he
Mhm.
still did not have to pull a stunt like that, because even though he may not have felt that he was at the height of his career, he was on the way up. Like he was on a top show, all of that. Like,
Yeah, but here's the whole thing. Like, you made a big deal, and the show was ending already, so you didn't have to do all that. So,
Silver said he was scared to hide some real
mm-mm, mm-mm.
because he knew he was gonna get his ass whooped for real.
Mhm.
He was like, just a little bit, just a little bit,
Mhm.
okay, just a little bit. Look, hit me
Mhm.
a little bit, hit me a little bit right here, okay. Just hit me down here. It won't bruise as bad. Just hit me down here. Like,
Mhm.
I just, I just never understand why people feel the need to, it, because it makes not only does it make you look bad, but it makes everything that you stand for and everything that you represent, it makes it look bad. And then he's standing up in court to my son, that would make the 400 years my people this. And like, you did a whole speech, bruh. You you should have just pushed yourself out a window. Like, I mean, first floor. That's all I'm saying. It could have been a first floor window, but I'm just saying, like, all publicity, some things just don't need to be done. Hey, Danetta. Hey, Boo.
Mhm.
Look, let me tell y'all first. Let me tell y'all, I am so happy to see y'all because I have missed y'all. It has been, I know I have been taking a hiatus from with this recovering with this knee surgery and everything. And hey, recovery is good. I can do stairs. I'm back at work, so I'm doing good, but I just couldn't because, oh my God, I have been sitting on some of these topics like, like double dutch, do I come in, do I come in, I'm ready, coach, put me in, I'm ready. But today I was like, no ma'am, no ma'am, we not letting today ride without saying something. No, because this had to be a topic because so many people are on the fence about whether or not it was staged, whether or not it wasn't. And I'm talking about the incident with Will Smith. So many people are talking about it was staged. Some people were talking about he was defending her honor. Some people were talking about, oh, well, Chris Rock deserved it. Chris Rock didn't deserve it. At the end of the day, violence is violence. Whether you cause it yourself or whether you do it to somebody else. In Jesse's
Mhm.
case, he caused it himself.
Mhm.
He did it to himself. He put himself in that position and he didn't cover his tracks well enough. Okay. You can't hire people you sleeping with to jump on you. Like, I'm just saying, like,
Like, just tap me real soft. Like, just don't do that. I'm just trying to make a point that I
look,
want more
don't
money.
smack my ass so hard. Don't smack it so hard. Like,
But he's scared to
I
go
mean,
to.
he didn't cover his tracks well enough to even, this was not a well thought out plan. First of all, this was not a well thought out plan, because if it was a well thought out plan, none of this would have unraveled like within a week's time of the fact that he knew them and they worked on the show apparently.
Mhm. Mhm.
So with them working on the show, it was like,
Real easy to catch him.
yeah. And so it was like you said, the show was already ending, but he was still on his way up because they were talking about a possible spinoff. And the spinoff would have been with the brothers. And so had he kept his mouth shut and not did this dumb shit, he probably would have been on the spinoff. And it would have heightened his career like it should have, because everybody else got propelled somewhere else. But it's just a simple fact that you felt the need to do something like this. And Zelma said, yep, and especially representing this rainbow called LGBTQIAPK. I'm not going to do this with you. I'm not going to. Okay, because see now, I look. I usually stay up with my letters. Okay, I stay up with my rainbow.
There's too many goddamn letters. It's too many letters.
Okay, I was good with the A, but the PK to confuse me. The PK done got me.
Okay, so you got asexual, pansexual. I don't know what the K
I knew
is.
what P was. I knew what the A was. I knew what the A was.
I don't know what the I is. But see, here's the whole thing. Pansexual.
Oh, the K must be non-binary. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just.
Do they really need a label though? Like, really? Like, because they don't even know what they want.
No, wait. We're not gonna do that.
Okay, no, I didn't mean it like that. What I'm saying is, you can say that in any given point that you can be a man or a woman. So what do you want?
Yeah. Hey, Raina. She said his name alone is well known, so he didn't have to do it at all.
Exactly.
Absolutely. He didn't. But here's the thing. You have to. I just, it's like people just crave this attention. It's like they so used to being on TV and so used to being noticed when they go places. It's almost like withdrawal. Like when your show ends, they act like they just they can't function with. They act like they can't function unless somebody recognizes them, or they can't function.
You need to get up.
It's crazy. So I think he could have did a little bit better covering his tracks. You know, or not do it at all. But either way, I'm mad you shaking them keys and it sounds like Bookman.
Wow.
Bookman.
be quiet. I'm at work.
From Good Times.
And there's not that many keys. It's only what? Like,
you sound like you have a whole thing of keys. Like, I cannot stand you right now. Like,
I know,
for real.
right?
You sound like you have a whole slew of keys for forever. But I just, it I definitely just feel like it's it was just unnecessary, the whole situation, and even the situation today was absolutely unnecessary. And I don't know, like, how do you come back from something like that for either one of them?
Well, Justin can't come back because his career is completely like gone because of his actions and what he did. Like you can't nobody trust you. You are known as a professional liar. So at this point, like he started directing, and now anything that he touches, no one is going to touch. They don't have no association with it. Like it's over with.
Yeah, it's like, how do you? But even still, because they're gonna have to have a red table talk about it. You already know this gonna turn into a red.
So the Will and Jada situation, everybody knows to just ignore Will and Jada because at this point,
they fucking everybody anyway.
I'm just saying.
They got an open door policy anyway. So
I mean, it even trickled down to the kids because I don't know what's going on with Willow and Jaden because them some confused kids.
Well, I mean, they allowed them to parent themselves, as they said. They allowed them to parent themselves, and they openly admitted that they have allowed their kids to parent themselves. I think he was allowed to move out at 12.
No, it was 16.
Something like that. He was allowed to move out or something like that, and I was like, not my kids. Not my kids.
I don't think any parent in a right and sound mind.
They go, y'all talk some man. She go, my fan. Talk about my fan.
So
you gonna stop talking about my fan?
She ain't popped that fan, and I don't know how long she gonna pop that fan. See,
man, it's been months since I've been popping my fan. Oh. It's been months since the kids that heard this clacking around this house. Woo-hoo. I told them I was popping.
They heard the clacking.
They was like, It was like, you doing the show tonight? I was like, yes. They automatically knew it was coming. It was coming. Yes. They knew it was coming. I mean, but it's so sad all the way around though. The fact that it was like he went from
Because he did one of this. He like ha 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 ha. Then he looked at Jada. He like and he's
she
got
was
it
like,
okay. And then he just walked up to the stage
he
and
was like,
what?
and then because he laughed and she was like, she did that fake, and then when he looked at her, she was like, she just did the quick, but that didn't signal for him to get up on the stage and show his ass. For her, and then but wait, and then, Bobby says smack and shimmy.
Wow.
Yes, Bobby. Yes. Yes, Bobby. Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes. Smack and shimmy. Yes. Oh my goodness.
That should be the title for this episode.
I am going to change the episode to call. I am going to change the name of this episode just because of that. Thank you, Bobby. I'm going to title today Special Edition Smack and Shimmy. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We are going to change it to Smack and Shimmy. Yes. It's so funny because, like, I mean, when I tell you, like, if I go on TikTok right now, I guarantee you, the first 4 things that are going to pop up.
Oh, it's already on there.
Are going. If I go to it right now, I guarantee you, the first 4 things that are going to pop up is going to be Will Smith. Let me see. I'm going to see now. Okay, let's see.
I know Instagram's doing it.
They got so many. Let me see. Okay, so we up to 4. Okay, no Will. All right, let's see.
Because it's 7:00 at night. I'm pretty sure the joke is good and dead now. Like, if anybody's still talking about it like that, like, really, come on now, let it go.
Negro is still it's still TikTok. It's not. It's not. Well, maybe
what's funny?
Mine is on the self-love feed. So
what's gonna happen on TikTok is people are gonna reenact that whole thing, and it's gonna go crazy on TikTok.
When I tell you the shirts I'm finna make off of this, I tell you,
keep my wife staying.
I'm gonna make a shirt that say "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." I promise. And then it's gonna have another that say "Keep my husband's name out your fucking mouth," and it's gonna have a hand like this, just waiting.
Be like Monique.
Don't make me.
Be like Monique said. I got a hand ready to smack a bitch anytime you're ready.
Novella said Jaden tweeted saying that's how we do it. Wow.
He did. Yes, he did.
Wow. Y'all said, don't forget Chris said, uh-oh. When I tell you it's gonna be so many black folks watching the Oscars next year. Like
no,
when I tell you,
because they're gonna make so many rules, it's just gonna be ridiculous. Because at this point, it's like, you kind of ruin it for black folks at this point. Because didn't I tell you that?
The fresh slap. It says the fresh slapper of Bel-Air.
I told you, everybody's gonna start reenacting it.
Like literally, it's literally a whole. Wait, I'm trying to see. Wait, okay, go back. So you can see the title. Literally, the fresh slapper of Bel-Air. I cannot. Like, this is absolutely hilarious. Like, when I tell you, it is going to be so many memes and so many just.
I know. I'm going to go redo my TikTok and put Will Smith, Chris Rock in it. And redo the Harlem Nights thing.
That's gonna have to be a duet. That is gonna have to be a duet. I swear to God, I'm gonna duet that one. I promise I'm going to duet it. Because here's the thing, like, this is not, I can guarantee you this is gonna go on for the next week or two because nobody gives a damn about who won. Nobody gives a damn about who had on what. Like I've seen somebody like they've been posting the different outfits that people have been wearing from, the different outfits that people have been wearing. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Nobody
I
cares.
wasn't even watching the Oscars.
Nobody cares. Like only time I watch the Oscars is when I watch them with Fifi, our little sister. I watch the Oscars when I watch with our little sister. But other than that, it's not a show that I purposely watch because I know it's not a lot of black folks that are gonna win. So it's just kind of like, so. Ebony said Michael Jackson had alopecia. How often did he get talked about alive and dead? Where was the outrage? True. I mean, he had vitiligo though.
Yeah, because no one really seen him with his bald. He's never rocked the bald head, so no one has really seen him. Like that.
Well, we don't know if it was his real hair or not anyway. Yeah. I mean, I'm be honest, not trying to be funny, but to be honest, we don't know what was real on Mike and what wasn't because he never really allowed nobody to get close to him like that.
I mean, we did know that nose wasn't real. I'm just saying that nose wasn't real at all. I ain't never seen a black man with a skinny skeleton nose. Like, nah, that ain't real, bro.
Help me, Jesus. I digress. Jesus, fix it. Fix it, Jesus. I digress. I'm just saying he did have vitiligo, and that's something else that we're working on, because that was something that people were ridiculed for vitiligo, that people were automatically assumed that.
Yeah, but Winnie from what's that?
Winnie Harlow.
Yeah, she made it
beautiful. Like, Winnie Harlow is beautiful, but when she first came out, people were dogging her like she was crazy. She had spots like a cow.
Dalmatian, yep.
They were calling her Dalmatian. They were saying all kind of crazy shit about Winnie Harlow when she first came out. So, I mean, like I said, we can't accept comedians to say stuff, and we can't accept for them to say stuff about people, or about groups of people, and then only think it's funny when this comedian said because they're normally offensive, but then when this comedian says something offensive, then we want to turn into cancel culture. Like, no, if it's offensive for one comedian to say, damn it, it's offensive for all comedians to say. Like, you cannot talk about a community or drag a community that you are not a part of. I just feel like at this point, that's kind of where it needs to be left. If you are not a part of that community, you need to leave it alone.
Yeah.
If you are not a part of the rainbow community, leave it alone. Don't make jokes about it. If you're not part of the black community, don't make jokes about it because there are certain things that certain people can't do. I mean, it is what it is. It's just certain shit that you just can't do and you can't say, and don't expect repercussions to be behind it. It is what it is because we're so quick to do. It's like people are so quick to be, this cancel culture. Like, we canceling shit and like, what?
That's from years ago. Like, I'm not understanding why y'all cancel a Christmas song. What the hell the Christmas song got to do with everything? Like, why? How y'all cancel a whole...
You canceling Christmas because Jesus is offensive. What?
Here's my whole thing.
You didn't cancel slavery and that was offensive.
But what the hell did Pepe Le Pew do? That was a cartoon.
It was sexual. He promoted sexual assault. A cartoon. Pepe Le Pew promoted sexual assault.
Wait.
Pepe Le Pew.
Wait, because Pepe Le Pew he promoted sexual assault, but Ren and Stimpy could hump each other. Come on now, make that make sense.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have you seen the cartoons that they made where the police officer beats the little black boy till he dead? Brains scattered all over.
Let's go further.
Young black boy, and he looked like he couldn't have been no more than 6 or 7 in the cartoon, but that shit ain't offensive.
Let's go even further. Let's talk about Family Guy and how the old man is trying to molest the boy.
How he is a pedophile. The old man is a pedophile. Like on Family Guy. But they allow
he's clearly a pedophile and admits to it.
But they let him babysit. Like,
but let a black person do that and we automatically wrong.
That's what we doing.
So yeah, that part.
But I'm just saying, a lot of this stuff is, You know, E. Bowman says, correct my mistake, but still people need to stop being so damn sensitive. True. There are times when, there are times when people are a little sensitive and take stuff a little too far when it's only meant to be a joke. Bobby says, I agree with Z Spy. If this is a publicity stunt, this wasn't the way to do it. Absolutely. Z Spy said, bet a lot of black folks gonna watch the Oscars now. You know they are.
Yeah, but if there's no black people on there, you're gonna be watching for what?
Yeah. Bobby said, that's right. They still promoting slavery, shaking my head. So, I mean, here's the thing. We talk about cancel culture and we talk about, cancel this, cancel that. But here's the thing. When you look at other cultures compared to ours, we're the only ones who I be ready to kick our kids out at 18. At 18, it's like they got to go. I joke and I tell my kids, like, y'all ready? But in reality, in this society, in this day and age, I told my kids, you ain't never got to leave home if you don't ever want to. Because at least I know my kids are somewhere safe. I know my kids are not being mistreated. I know they're not being taken advantage of. So no, I mean, not saying you're going to live here rent free. I ain't say that. But I am saying that as long as I got a home, my kids got a home too. I don't care if they're 35 or 40. You can live here, pay your share, and you can live here. But at least I know my kids are safe. We're the only ones that kick our kids out at 18. Other cultures, some young ladies do not leave home until they are ready to be married and they move into their husband's home. Like, I mean, we have to seriously take a look at our culture and look at some of the shit we allow. Some of the shit we allow. Other people do it because we do it to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't exactly get upset because other people look at the shit we do and then they turn around and do it. And they're like, you can't do that. That's offensive. And then they sitting there confused as hell. Like, but they just said it. Like, or they just did that. If it's offensive, let it be offensive across the board.
Mm-hmm.
I personally feel like the word nigga is offensive. Whether it's an A or ER at the end. Because you don't want other people saying it, but yet we throw it around like it's hello.
Some people,
and especially if we see somebody rapping it in a song, they supposed to omit it in the song because they singing it. We ain't omitting it. So why they omitting it? Because they feel like they can do that because we do it. You don't want people to do stuff to you. Stop allowing anybody to do it.
Well, it's going crazy on BET because BET went from the censor station to they just showing just about every. I have never seen so many naked people on BET.
Let me tell you something.
It turned to Showtime.
I'll be like, is it?
It's Skinemax now.
I'll be looking at my remote like, trying to figure out what channel I'm watching. I'll be like, is this? Because now BET, MTV, and VH1 are owned by the same person.
No, Viacom.
For those of y'all who didn't know,
Viacom owns a lot of stations.
Are all owned by the same person, and they not black.
Discovery. I think Discovery owns it.
Not black. And Oprah sold her channel back to Discovery.
Mm-hmm.
So there are no more black networks. Sorry to tell y'all, but ain't no more black networks. There are no black-owned networks.
They are owned by whites. Yep.
Not even BET. Why you think the Hip Hop Awards are shown on MTV?
Mm-hmm.
Why you think the VH1 Awards are shown on BET?
Mm-hmm. At the same time. At the same time.
And they all three channels. Why you think Tyler Perry on BET, MTV, and VH1?
Mm-hmm.
Because they own all three, and now he on BET Plus. So yep. He got carte blanche. Like, if anybody has taken over, it's Tyler Perry. Because he got carte blanche at this point. And when I tell you he didn't turn mainstream too. Because now Madea in the movies on Netflix talking some motherfucker this and motherfucker that. You like,
man, the first time I heard Madea cuss, I was like, damn, it took 20-something years for Madea to cuss.
I said, wait a minute, Madea. Wait a minute.
She said, this motherfucker's really on fire.
I was like, I'm used to a couple of sprinkles of damn. I'm used to a couple of sprinkles of shit, or ass, you sprinkles here and there. But no, she was just flat. She was flat out letting it fly. Like, and then the shows he's making now, like between the Bros, Sisters, Weird Ass Ruthless, like Oval, like these shows have. have completely gone mainstream and off the rails because the very first episode of Bros is Brother Man getting it in and they are completely naked. I was like,
Same thing with Ruthless. The first thing they did,
Mike,
and the boss knocked at the door.
Mike. I was like,
That didn't
I
look
had
like no.
look,
That
I
didn't
had
look
to
like no
touch my
acting to
look, I
me.
had to touch my pearls and have my fan. Woo!
Because he had them legs all the way spread back and was going bang, bang, bang. I'm like, that ain't acting.
Mike.
Like
I
they
was
was
like,
really getting that in.
I'm just saying, we talk about all this, mainstream and cancel culture. I just feel like at this point, things are so differently now. Things are so different. Our
Yeah, because this right
morals
here,
and values. It's
I'm
like to
I can't,
say,
I'm so tired of this right here. This whole
baby.
mask it got to go. It's like it's
I mean, even though it's optional now,
not
some
in
places,
schools. Not in
yes, it
schools.
is. Yes, it
Not
is.
in they told us that it is not optional until August 26th.
Well,
Now, certain schools in certain areas it's optional, but in the city of Chicago, Chicago Public Schools said it is not optional.
let me tell you, it is optional in charter schools.
Yes, because they're not governed by Chicago Public Schools.
It is optional, and that became optional March 21st.
Mm-hmm.
That became optional. I think it was March 21st. Yeah, it became optional as of no, I take that back. Yeah, optional as of last week. It became optional as of last week.
Mm.
And when I tell you, I still opt to wear it some places. Like when I see little people,
Yep.
Jeremy, they be mad. I'd be like, mask up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, mask up.
But when you go to the club, you like, hey, you
Man,
forget you got that mask on.
I'm trying to tell you. But I just feel like we have to get to a point as a society where we decide as a society what we are and what we aren't going to tolerate and stop allowing some people to get away with some things and not others. You can't pick and choose. It's going to come a point in time where we're just going to have to say, look, this is what's offensive. This is what we're not going to tolerate. This is not funny. Because if we don't make fun of people with cancer, we don't make fun of people with lupus, we don't make fun of people with MS, we don't make fun of people with coronary disease, so it's certain things. So if those serious diseases are just as, if those serious diseases are regarded, and I understand some people say, well, it's just hair, because I'm wondering, I don't care about hair. I could give a good gosh darn because I'm about to go shave my sides. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, it's time to shave these sides because they done came in. But I feel like because alopecia is one of those types of diseases that it affects people in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody is comfortable enough to rock that bald head.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody's comfortable. Not everybody's there. And it's okay. It's okay to not be there, but it's also okay not to be made fun of either.
Mm-hmm.
Some women have patches. It's okay to not want to show that. It's okay to want to keep that private, and it's okay not to be made fun of for it either. So we have to learn that whether it's an autoimmune disease, whether it's a skin disease, whatever it is, it's not funny because it affects people in different ways and different manners. And what may affect someone may not affect them in any type of way. It might cause depression in someone else. And when you add fuel to that depression fire, baby, it go up quick. It go up quick.
Mm-hmm.
And the results ain't nice. We're in a society and we're in a time where people are killing themselves because of the isolation, only to come out of this isolation and be ridiculed for shit. Like, we got to do better. We got to do better. We have to do better about checking our behavior. You cannot go around putting your hands on people because you feel some type of way. Because you can say whatever you want to about me. You can say whatever you want to me.
Don't put
Don't
your
put
hands
your
on.
hands on me. Okay? Now, you put your hands on me, it's a whole different ballgame. Because let me tell you something, honey. I'm not that one. Okay? I'm not her. All right? First of all. Secondly, I got too much to lose. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not going to fight you, baby. I'm going to put you on papers. Okay, I'm gonna put you on papers, and I'm gonna take everything you got because you're not gonna put your hands on me and think you're gonna get away with it. Now, I might not put my hands back on you, but I guarantee you, you will feel this. You will feel this wrath. Okay, I guarantee you'll feel it. You better ask my brother. I'm not put my hands on you, but you're gonna feel this wrath. Okay, all right. I am a keyboard and paper assassin. I'm just saying, got too much to lose. We have to learn how to check our emotions. We have to learn how to behave in public. You can look, he didn't have to laugh. I mean, clearly he thought it was funny as hell the first time when he said it because he laughed. And I mean, it wasn't like no, he was like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he gave a belly laugh until he turned over at Jada and she was like,
Not funny.
right. Like, I mean, but that don't mean you get to be reckless with your hands because somebody is reckless with their mouth. That's not what that means.
Because he simply
So,
could have walked backstage and said, "Hey, that one cool."
I mean, if they were hanging out, clearly they friends.
Mm-hmm.
So he could have easily texted him and be like, Jada ain't like that. Could you just apologize? And I'm pretty sure Chris Rock would have been like, you know what? He would have came out and be like, at first I want to say I want to apologize to Jada if I made her feel some type of way about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I truly believe that Chris Rock would have apologized.
Mm-hmm.
I really truly believe that he would have had he been given the chance.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like I said, you just can't be putting your hands on people because when you put your hands on people, you wind up in places like Jussie that you don't want to be.
Look, Jussie put his own self in that situation.
Because he paid somebody to put his hands on him.
But you don't want nobody to put your hands on him in the county. Like, really? Come on
No,
now.
he may not like it rough.
He sure did with them. The way he was describing what they was going through in there, like, he like it rough. He just didn't want them little kids to put their hands on him because that's all it's in county. Ain't no but kids in county.
The 18-year-old. The ones who never got a chance to see Empire.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been there, you're so beautiful. Shake it, shake it, shake it.
He's gonna be on one of their
Up, down, up,
OnlyFans.
down, up, down, go up, down, up, down, up, down. Shake it fast.
They was gonna put Jussie on their OnlyFans.
How much you pay for it? I'm just saying, he would have been there. That was up, down, up, down, up, down, go up, down, up, down, up, down. Shake it fast. How much you pay for it? Goodbye. Oh God. Yeah. Well, hopefully at the end of the day, that they work this out. And I'm hoping that he does apologize.
Well, we'll apologize on stage. So, I mean,
He apologized to everybody but Chris Rock.
they settled it behind stage. So it don't matter. As long as both of them are fine with it, as long as they did it.
The same
they
way
don't need
the same way you publicly assaulted that man, and the same way you publicly tried to humiliate that man is the same way he need to publicly apologize. Period. No, you don't get to assault me and humiliate me in public and think you're gonna apologize behind closed doors. I don't think so. You're gonna apologize the same way you came up on me.
Well, he probably figured that apology on stage was his apology to Chris Rock.
He could have kept them little funky ass tears. Crying on cue. Jussie taught him well. Mm-hmm. He taught him well. He was like, just squeeze real hard and a tear will come.
They both part of the rainbow. That's all I would say.
Just different letters. Just different sections of the rainbow.
See, even Bella said.
Like it wrong. Oh my God. I cannot. It. Oh my goodness. It felt so good to be on here with y'all tonight. Like, I miss y'all. Like, I missed y'all. And I know I'm supposed to come back this summer. But hell, I might have to come back before this summer because this is fun. And I missed it. And now that I'm back at work, like, it is, being at work is an adjustment. When you've been at home working in your bed, you got your lap table and you just move it and be like, all right, nap over and pull that back. No, like it definitely is an adjustment. But I miss being able to have this time with y'all and just being able to have this camaraderie with everybody. And I miss my twin. I miss my brother. I miss my big brother. But I might be doing a few more pop-ins before this summer. Because it be some shit we be having to talk about, and it do because this it, because we already dealing with the Ukraine situation that
I'm
is
not talking
happening,
about that. I'm not talking
and we are
about
not going to get into
Ukraine.
that tonight. We are
Mm-mm.
absolutely not getting into that tonight because that is going to be a different pop-in special, because that right there needs its own needs its own like episode. Like, we're not doing current events. We're not doing current affairs and
That's
breaking
not
news.
even our fight. That's not even our fight.
Like, because then because see, when we talk about Ukraine, then we got to bring in how they want to swear in the judge and how everybody got to ask her questions, even though they dumber than she is. See, we're not gonna get into politics tonight. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that, even though she held courage under fire. But we're not gonna do that. So no. But however, what in the what just happened? Mm-mm. We are definitely not doing that. So no. Oh, like people calling my phone and stuff. Like I'm in the middle of the show. Like I know it's been a minute, but dang, rude. Um, rude. Middle of my song, you still calling my phone. Like stop doing that. But but yes, I will definitely be doing some pop-in shows and stuff before then, just to say hey, check in with y'all, see how y'all doing, because we definitely have not had a mental health check-in. So we will be doing a mental health check-in with everybody to see how everybody's doing, where everybody's at. I will actually post the link on the next pop-in episode when I do the mental health check-in, so that y'all can pop in and tell me how y'all doing. So that way y'all can talk to me without being in the comments. So I'm gonna have y'all pop in, and be like, hey, how you doing? We're gonna say how you doing, all right, and then we're gonna move on to the next person. So that's how we gonna do it. So so I don't know if I'm gonna do it this week. Well, this week is like a hectic week at work. So we might do it next week, because it'll be an easier and a lighter week for me next week. Like, hopefully. I got long days this week. Long days. But I thank y'all as always for rocking with us tonight. I thank y'all for joining in the conversation with us tonight. Because I missed y'all. That was the main thing. I missed y'all. And this was just like driving me nuts. And I was like, I gotta talk about it with my shimmers. Like, I got to. Because I had to know what y'all was thinking and how y'all felt about this bullshit. Because that's what it was. I mean, just in my opinion, I thought it was bullshit, but
It
I
was.
digress. I digress, So as always, be mindful of the words in which you speak. Because once the words leave your mouth, you can't take them back. And sometimes I'm sorry is not enough. So please always be mindful of the words in which you speak, because they may be offensive and they may be hurtful to someone else, whether it is intentional or unintentional. So please be mindful of that. And as always, I ask that you do one random act of kindness. I hope y'all been keeping up with your random acts of kindness. I hope so. I'm going to trust that y'all have, because it always pays for when you do a random act of kindness. You never know how it could change a person's life, how it could change the trajectory of their path, because you never know the path in which a person is on. They could be on a path to taking their life, and a simple hello can make them feel seen or make them feel heard. So please just make sure you guys are doing your random acts of kindness. And as always, I love you guys. And I promise we will be back before the summer. I promise. Scouts honor. And yes, and Twin will be popping in too from time to time. And Miss Zelma, she gonna be popping in too. She gonna be popping, because y'all gotta catch us on the Z Spot. We gonna be popping in the Z Spot soon. So yes, y'all gonna be seeing me soon. Cause yes, honey, I don't think I can go much longer without popping my fan. I don't think I can. I don't think I can stand this hiatus without my fan.
Oh, don't worry, because you're going to pop in on my show, too.
Absolutely, because we got a bunch of stuff coming on. We got Joe's show popping off. We got the Z Spot popping off. And make sure y'all tune in to CCI Radio on Saturday mornings on YouTube, because they shows be popping, y'all. They be having some amazing guests. The music be hitting. We be having that inspirational music with Miss Bobby. And then we have Sam C. Smooth. So make sure y'all tune in to some of these amazing shows that are popping off every Saturday morning on YouTube. It is at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. So whatever your time zone is, figure it out. Not good at it. Z Spot will be popping in from time to time. Joe Spot will be popping up soon. So, and you'll be seeing him on Clack. You see a lot of us posting and stuff on Clack and Shimmy Live, the after party. You know, feel free if y'all have topics y'all want to discuss, feel free to drop them in Clack and Shimmy Live. Just drop them on in. And hey, if we need to have a pop in about it, we can have a pop in about it. But make sure, just feel free to share. It is never a problem. We love you guys. Thanks again for tuning in. And we will see y'all next time. Mwah! Bye.